So Singapore is a multiracial and a multicultural country, primarily made up of the Chinese, Malays, Indians, Eurasians, and many others. And amongst the Indian community, which is a minority community in Singapore, the Tamils are the largest and Malayalees are the second largest community. However, very few people seem to know much about the Malayali community. Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Devi Pillai. I'm an applied linguist and short story writer and a poet. And most importantly, I am a fourth generation Singapore Malayali. Well, Malayalam has a reputation for being a difficult language to learn, but I had the privilege of growing up in a home where my parents spoke in Malayalam. My mom is a Tamil and Malayalam writer. I had exposure to Malayalam dramas that she had written. Malayalees are from South India in a state called Kerala. So the Malayali community has contributed a fair bit to this country's growth and success. And yet when I started on my research on the Malayali community, I realized that there was very little documentation on them. And that is why I wrote the book. The book also shows how the Malayali community maintained their language, culture, heritage, all while integrating and becoming part of the larger Singapore society. When the book was published, I realized that the community was a really, really tight-knit one because, people were flipping through the book and saying, oh, this is my uncle, this is my aunt. Like everybody knew everybody, right?
Hello, I'm Shilpa Krishnan Shukla. I'm a first-generation Malayali in Singapore. I work full-time as a marketing director in a pharma company, and I'm also a part-time filmmaker. I use Malayalam as a language in my films because I feel that every language has a beauty to it, and Malayalam is no different. Malayalam is my mother tongue, so I've grown up listening to Malayalam all through my childhood. And I feel that there are certain things that are best expressed only in Malayalam, so when I want to communicate that, I end up using Malayalam. I think Malayalam is actually one of the hardest Indian languages, and that's really because there are more letters in Malayalam and sounds in Malayalam than there are in other Indian languages. So we have sounds like la, ra, ra, nga, nya, which are not available in other languages. Some of the common Malayalam phrases and words are Namaskaram, Peranda, Sugamano, Adivali, Pinnakano, Malayalam, Arilia. When I first came to Singapore, I was terribly homesick, and that's when I found out about the Singapore Malayali Association, and I became part of their Vishu night celebrations. I was part of the dance program, and it's helped me to settle down here in Singapore, have a sense of belonging, have a sense of community. And I also used to go and watch a lot of Malayalam films at Carnival Cinema. That was also a very fun, very cherished experience through the years. Onam is a harvest festival of Kerala, so it signifies abundance, prosperity, and it's a community festival. So we celebrate Onam over a 9 to 10 day course, and we make huge flower decorations at home. We invite friends, families around, families gather together. We have huge feasts together. People wear new clothes. We do prayers. It's very special to me. I really look forward to it every year, and I also celebrate it for my daughter so that she gets to learn more about it as well.
So one of the ways I express my identity is through my attire, and I love to wear the Kerala sari. So the Kerala sari is, it's a white sari with kashavu gold border and made of gold thread. So it's very simple. It's white. It's never gaudy. It's a very simple sari. The Malayali attire is a traditional attire just worn by the Malayali women. Of course, these days a lot of others wear it. And I have to admit, I have a whole wardrobe full of it.
I started to learn dance when I was 3 years old. I was trained both in Bharatanatyam as well as a Kerala classical dance form, Mohiniyattam. But even though I don't dance anymore, I always have a passion for dance. In Singapore, you can watch Kathakali at Bhaskars Arts Academy. They have an annual showcase of Kathakali. Kathakali is one of the most complex dance forms. It's a classical dance form and probably the most famous dance form from Kerala. It's very complex in the sense the makeup, the costumes, the performance itself is very elaborate, and a person needs to train in Kathakali for years before they are allowed to perform.
Hi, I'm Jasser, the owner of Paradise Biryani. We are one of the few restaurants serving Kerala food in Singapore. We have started this business in 2018. Since then we are serving authentic Kerala food. Our chefs are from Kerala, from Malabar area, with the skills of traditional cooking. We have wide range of dishes. Those are Malabar dum biryani, bamboo biryani, Kerala paratha, a fish polichada which is wrapped in banana leaf. Younger generation tend to eat Kerala paratha, which is layered, soft and fluffy. People love to eat appam with coconut milk and sugar. Kerala cuisine is unique because we use coconut oil to cook most of the dishes and coconut milk and more spices to get its traditional taste.
There are several ways to get Malayali youth interested in their language and culture. Certainly one way is to introduce them to good movies. I mean, they're very good Malayalam movies. Look for things that they would be interested in. The other thing is certainly introduce them to songs, and most importantly, get the community together. It's the social network that gives you a greater sense of pride and allegiance to the community, and then that helps to keep the language, the culture, and the heritage alive.